TigerDetails.com, Jared Rosa here at Southern Lab with Kardell Thomas, Ty Davis, and not a ton has really happened recently, but people have acted like quite a lot has happened.
Right.
Y'all have both had some interesting situations pop up. You just came back from a really nice visit to Florida State. You didn't go visit Georgia, and each move seemed like it caught everybody's attention. Just kind of take us through it a little bit. What happened? What was it like as you started to see like people start talking about stuff the way that they started talking?
You want to go first?
You go.
Well, with Florida State, it was just that, I guess because they really came out of nowhere. That was a big thing. You know, it's just like when a certain hat on the table with the sign today, and no one talks about, then that person picked the hat, so to say. But, you know, I had told 24/7 before that I wasn't going back to Florida State because, you know, it was kind of boring and different things like that when the last staff was there. And then I ended up going back and liking it, and it blew up because, like I said, it was out of nowhere. It was unexpected. But, I mean, you know, I'm a Tiger. Like, I got all kind of people saying all kind of things about fighting me, all kind of stuff. It's funny to me, but, you know, it's just what it is. It's recruiting. You're going to go through it.
Yeah. I was excited about Devontae Smith catching the touchdown pass. Just a Louisiana guy doing big things. And I had a guy that said, meet me at the Sonic, we're going to fight, because it was an Alabama guy. I think people probably want to fight you less, realistically. Like, they probably take care of me. But, and what was your situation?
I mean, no doubt, like you said, I mean, a lot of people were, you know, reacting crazy, you know, when they found out I wasn't going to, like, a Georgia or Alabama, you know, that people said I was going to. So, I mean, it's part of, you know, people going to do it and say what they want to say. So, I mean, it wasn't too much of a big of a surprise to me, you know.
Yeah. When was the first time that y'all realized that that was how stuff is? Like, the first time that you really were like, oh, okay, like, I can't do or say this without it becoming everything.
I mean,
I first realized it, like, when I first committed, and it wasn't about 3 years ago? Yeah, going on 3 years ago. And, like, I was just getting into it, because, you know, once you get into it, you know, it's mostly for recruiting, and you might not know how it is at first, but as I got bigger and bigger, you know, my stars went up and my ranking went up, like, I saw everything becoming like, whoa. So, like, every little thing you say, like, I know the school people gonna blow about, like, every day people getting arguments about, right now, the argument on my timeline, I get tagged in every time it's Miami or LSU we going, people argue over that game 24/7. Like, if you look, I'll retweet some of it, because some of it be funny, I'm not gonna lie, but, man, some of it be funny. And, like, it'd be funny when, like a college would be like, or get to talking so much noise. Like, I remember, no disrespect, Miami, one person was like, when Miami had a Cinderella story, and it looked like that, somebody saying that just blew everything now. Like, people started talking, sending threats and everything at that person. Like, it's funny to me sometimes. Sometimes we get out of control, but yeah.
And you had a story too.
Well, my first time, actually, I mean, I pretty much knew how it was going to be, because since Chris Allen, really, that's how, you know, that's how I experienced. I mean, you know, I was always going on the road with him, you know, like going visit the colleges, you know, they were bugging him like that, you know, he was getting so frustrated, you know, he even started putting coaches on block for a couple days, you know, just for it to calm down. So, I mean, I was just paying attention to that back then before I pretty much blew up, so, you know, I was expecting it.
Is it still fun? Like, is the process still fun at this point?
Yeah, it gets fun, but sometimes it gets aggravating sometimes. You know?
I mean, with me, it's always fun. You know, you only get one.
Right.
So anything that's being said or taken out of context, I don't really trip too bad, because I can always clear it up, because no matter what you say, 3 interviews coming after.
Yeah.
So they gonna ask you about the same thing. So, I mean, I just enjoy it, and I know where I'm going. I know who I like, and I know who I don't like. You know, as long as I know that, I can really care less about what anyone says.
Right.
Does anything still surprise you, whether it be like stuff that happens on visits that you haven't seen before that kind of catch your attention, or even just the way people react to everything?
I'll probably say visits. You know, it's different when you go somewhere one time, like with the perfect example, like the Florida State, like I said, it was morning first, and the second time I went, it's a whole nother change, you know, in staff and the way the town was. So that definitely caught me by surprise. You know, that's the best thing I can say about it.
I mean, of course, they're going to try to make your second, you know, your next visit, you know, to the school better than the last visit, you know, to try to flip you, you know, and that's pretty much what most schools do, you know. So, I mean, it's fun, like Kardell said, you only go through this once, so, I mean, I'm enjoying it, you know, and, you know, I'm just glad my parents get to experience this as well, you know, so.
Yeah, it's got to be cool to travel around a little bit.
Yeah.
Regardless. You and I were talking, you didn't take the recent visit, but you do have some potential visits in mind. What's kind of y'all's mindset the rest of the way, outlooks on just how you plan to handle the next few months until it's all said and done?
Most of our visits, we're going on them together.
Yeah, we pretty much going the same visits.
We're going on the same visits. USC.
You going to Oklahoma?
I ain't going to Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, man. We going to Penn State together.
Yeah, we going to Penn State.
For that all-white game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to not Oklahoma, USC together.
Yeah. That's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, we make the playoffs, we ain't going to be able to go.
All right. We're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think y'all probably going to be fine.
Yeah. We're going to that dome.
How cool is it to have one another, and then in some other spots, y'all have some other teammates that are being pretty nicely recruited to be able to go through some of this with one another?
Great teammates.
It's great, man. It's great, man. Like, you know, it's dependable. You know, like when you got guys that, you got guys that got this high ranking, but you can't depend on them in the moment. And you got guys that don't have ranking, you can depend on every time against top talent. So it's great to have Ty, you know, knowing he gonna hit the hole, knowing I ain't gotta worry about him not reading it right, you know, different things like that. He gonna hit the hole, he gonna score, if anything.
You know, he gonna be down on the sideline after he blocked. Right. He gonna be down there running with me.
Right. Showing off that track speed.
Got to.
As far as just like even the trips though, like when y'all get a chance to go to Penn State together, or get a chance to go to USC together, what is that like to, I mean, I guess on the recruiting trail, a lot of y'all get to know guys from other schools, other states and everything, but to have dudes that you grew up with right there on some of those trips, what's that like to be able to experience that aspect of it together?
It's great because, I mean, you get to, each of us saw us rise up. Like, you know, we saw each other grind. We saw each other, you know, go through what we get where we at. So we never experienced the same thing, you know, with a person, you know, you consider your brother, you know, you're real close. It's great. You know, you want to see him do better. He want to see you do great. So, you know, it's definitely a great experience, and most people can't say that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same with mine, man. Like, that's real. You know, because everybody, like you said, can't experience this. So, I mean, it's a blessing from God, you know. And no doubt they worked hard for it, you know. Like, I remember, you know, since 8th grade, you know, like, just looking at the varsity players, like, we really worked hard for this, you know. Like, I mean, some people, like, you know, like, we really didn't have no handouts. We really worked for what we have.
God
like,
bless.
You can ask any coach that we've been through. We've been through a few coaches, but you can ask any coach that can tell you that we really got out the mud up here, you know. And I mean, we had a lot of, you know, setbacks, but you know,
a lot of setbacks.
I mean, we're gonna bounce back from it, you know, always. So
the biggest thing for me, like you said, about us being together, like being on the sideline and young, like knowing you better than everybody, like you playing at first and then they take you out because of some fluke stuff, because somebody that's seen and this and that. When you all you want to do is ball. So I mean, me and him was able to like look at it like we should be playing up, you know, and we showed we can. So you know, looking at us now, you know. I mean, just think of how many games we really could have won if they just would have played us.
I thought I was the best running back my 9th grade year.
Yeah,
you know,
we had Jarvis, we had him, Ty. You know, we had Ty, me. You know, we had a lot of guys that's starting now and making, you know, stuff shake now. They should have been making stuff shake. You know, but that's the past. God.
Yeah, y'all turned out all right.
God had a plan.
We all right. You know, we all right.
Yeah, we good. Man.
We all right.
I'm gonna let y'all have a chance to talk a little bit more about one another, maybe, and put each other on the spot a little bit. I mean, y'all are so well known. We talked about how much attention y'all get for anything that comes up football wise.
Yeah.
What's some stuff about him, maybe, like whether it be football wise or away from the field a little bit that somebody has not talked about yet? Some kind of goofy, some story you remember that stands out?
Let me see. I mean, it's so much. I can't really just put it down on just one. Let me see. Let me see if I can think of one.
You got one that pops right to mind about Ty?
Oh yeah, man. It's like we so close, and it's a couple other guys that we close to it. Like we got different words, different slangs, like all kind of stuff. Like we know what we talk about.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people wouldn't know what we saying. Like we'll say stuff and we can say stuff in front of somebody they don't know what we talking about. No matter if
but we laughing hard as well.
Yeah, no matter if it's good or bad, they never know, you know. So that's, you know.
One word I can say they ain't gonna know what it means. It's flume flam.
Oh no, they ain't gonna know what that.
They ain't gonna know what that means. We can't really explain it either,
but there's so much stuff, man. Like I said, we've been through like bad, good. We always try to make the best of everything, you know. But
the funniest thing, I'd say me and Tyler's experience, but I'm trying to remember what that was. When we know somebody lying to us, like right to our face.
Somebody like in terms of like
somebody specifically on our team. When we know they lying.
It's crazy because we'll just look at each other, we're like,
look at man, we know you lying, bro. Like,
man,
we know you lying.
That's crazy. But like I said, it's so much stuff, bro. It's so much stuff. I can't really like think of it right now. But there's so much stuff.
Yeah, that's like my friend that I just went to visit in Pittsburgh. We talked recently. We were like laughing about something. I was like, you realize, like this is a joke that we made 15 years ago. It doesn't mean anything to anyone, but like we're still laughing about it like all these years later.
I haven't been.